Warning: major spoilers for the Red Dead Redemption series are in this video. If you have not yet fully completed Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2, it's in your best interest to click off this video right now. Hello everyone. So it's been around 2 months since I finished the story of Red Dead Redemption 2, and I think I fully wrapped my head around it and truly understand the plot of the Red Dead Redemption series. Because of this, I think I should talk about the future of the series, and whether Red Dead Redemption 3 should happen. I should make it clear by this series, I mean the Red Dead Redemption series, not the Red Dead series, as there is a difference, but I will discuss that later. So, in short, no, I don't think Red Dead Redemption 3 should happen. There are multiple ideas about what Red Dead Redemption 3 should be about, but I think that Rockstar would really be milking it dry if they made a Red Dead Redemption 3. I say this because I think the story of the Van der Linde gang has been told perfectly, and needs no more to be added. The main problem that I have with most of these ideas is that they don't address what will happen after the story ends, something that cannot be overlooked. For example, after the story of Red Dead Redemption 2, when all the missions were over, you could free roam as John, because he is with his family and the gang has been disbanded. Probably the most popular theory is that Red Dead Redemption 3 should be a prequel to Red Dead Redemption 2, where the gang is at its golden age. This would end with the Blackwater Massacre. I think this would actually be very interesting to play, as we would be able to meet more gang members and see some of the members being added to the gang, and there's a lot of space for an alright plot. But there's one huge hole in this idea. What would happen after? We know that in the start of Red Dead Redemption 2, the gang have just run away from Blackwater, so how will the player be able to free roam after the end of the story? They can't. As long as the gang is together, there must be a story, and therefore there can be no free roam when the game ends, with the gang still intact. Now, I know the game could just completely end there and then, but I highly doubt that Rockstar would make a free roam game where at the end you can free roam at all. Another idea is for Red Dead Redemption 3 to be set after the first Red Dead Redemption, where you play as Jack fighting in World War I. Personally, I think this is a horrible idea, but it also wouldn't work. The series is called Red Dead Redemption for a reason. There has to be some sort of redemption involved. In the first Red Dead Redemption, John is attempting to redeem himself by trying to leave his outlaw life behind him, and to become a family man. In Red Dead Redemption 2, Arthur is trying to redeem himself as he is faced with his own mortality after he is diagnosed with tuberculosis, which is basically a death sentence at the time. This makes Arthur see his life more clearly, and he wants to give John, Abigail and Jack the peaceful life that he never had. Where is the redemption in Jack fighting in World War I? He already redeemed himself as he avenged John by killing Edgar Ross. It would be completely pointless, and I think a lot of people really just want another Red Dead Redemption game, as the last two have been so brilliant, but they don't think about how it would work. So they just think of something that they would like to play rather than something that actually makes sense and fits in with the theme of the series. Also, this is just my personal belief, but I think that the Red Dead Redemption series should be in the Western era, and to have it set in World War I, when the Western era was completely dead, would ruin that Western cowboy feeling for me. Another idea that I've seen is similar to the first one I discussed, but you play as Dutch or Hosea, and you build up the gang. The problem that I have with this idea is that the Van der Linde gang was created around the mid 1870s, and there are pretty big gaps in new gang members joining. Arthur joined the gang in 1877, and John joined the gang in 1885. That's already a 10-year difference from when the gang was created to when John and Arthur joined, and that's not counting the many others that joined later. For this to happen, the game would either have to be absolutely huge story-wise, or the game would have to skip a few years every now and then, like they did when they skipped 8 years into the epilogue on Red Dead Redemption 2. This is because the main story in both Red Dead Redemption games take place within the space of a year, Red Dead Redemption 2 in 1899 and Red Dead Redemption in 1911. I don't think either of these would happen, because for the game to be huge story-wise, it would get pretty boring and tedious very quickly, and for the game to skip a few years throughout the game would completely break the immersion that Rockstar strives so hard to maintain, as you're just skipping many years of the story, and it would feel way too fast to be immersive in any way. One of the main reasons why the story of Red Dead Redemption 2 was so thrilling was that there was a lot of mystery as to what had happened before the events of Red Dead Redemption. John talked about the gang a few times, and seeing the remaining gang members being killed left everyone wondered how and why the gang fell apart. There isn't really a lot of mystery of the events that happened before Red Dead Redemption 2. The only thing that I wondered about was the Blackwater Massacre, but that would just consist of 1 or 2 missions, unlike the downfall of the gang, which was very slow and lasted throughout the entire game. But this is just my opinion. It is entirely possible that Rockstar could surprise us all like they do so often, and come out with another Red Dead Redemption game that aligns with the story of Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Redemption 2 perfectly, and makes an exciting plot. And I hope I'm wrong in saying that there won't be another Red Dead Redemption game, but I just don't think that's very likely. Instead, I think that Rockstar should move away from the title Red Dead Redemption and do another Red Dead game, like they did with Red Dead Revolver, with a completely different plot and completely different characters. I really look forward to seeing what Rockstar will do with this franchise, and I'll happily wait for another 8 years if they deliver another masterpiece. Thank you for watching this video. I probably left out an idea for Red Dead Redemption 3, so if you have any other ideas for how you think Red Dead Redemption 3 should happen, or if you think there are some flaws in my arguments, please leave a comment below. Also, I know I've been gone for a while as I had some exams for school that I had to study for, but I'm back now, and I'm really excited for the future of this channel, because I have so much free time and so many video ideas, so stay tuned if you think you'd be interested in that. If you liked this video, please leave it a like, and if you didn't, please leave it a dislike. If you enjoy my content and you haven't already, feel free to subscribe, and if you have Instagram, you can follow me at RombarkYT. Again, thanks so much for watching and take care of yourselves.
Your hands upon a dead man's gun and you're looking down the sights. Your heart is worn and the seams are torn.